Hey, Ned.
Yeah, what's up?
You mind explaining this?
It looks like a piece of paper.
It's an HOA notice.
Okay.
Why was there an HOA notice taped to my door?
I have no idea.
You're the head of the HOA.
Doesn't mean I know everything about every notice ever written.
It has your signature on it.
Well, if I had to guess, I would assume it had to do with the giant trampoline in your backyard.
You gotta be kidding me.
Not at all.
I emailed you about it like 10 times and you never responded.
These things take time.
It says I'm being fined $1,000.
Breaking the rules have consequences.
$1,000 feels a bit excessive, don't you think?
Keeping the aesthetic of the neighborhood is essential.
Well, I'm not paying.
You're welcome to file an appeal with the head of the HOA. I hear he is a super reasonable guy.
You're referring to yourself.
Until then, though, I'm gonna need you to remove the trampoline.
What?
And you'll have to send the $1,000 to the escrow account listed on the notice.
This is your address.
And you'll get that money back in the event you win your appeal.
You've gotta be kidding.
Hey, Ned. Todd, good to see you.
Yeah, I'm here for my appeal hearing.
Fantastic. So here it says you're being fined $1,700 for having your Christmas lights up past January 1.
Right, so I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's a shame.
So it would be really great if I didn't have to pay, especially because it really wasn't my fault.
Of course. So after careful consideration, appeal denied.
What?
You know, you could have just paid somebody else to take your lights down.
Well, I thought I was dying, so I wasn't really thinking about Christmas lights.
This is the appeal process? Efficient, no?
Not how I describe it.
If you have a problem with the process, feel free to file a formal complaint.
And who reads the complaint?
The head of the HOA.
So, once again, you.
As you can see, the position holds a lot of responsibility.
This is ridiculous.
This is perfectly standard HOA procedure.
You're clearly on some kind of power trip.
I am not!
Were you, like, bullied in high school or something?
I was homeschooled, thank you very much.
That makes so much sense.
I'm sorry you don't like the rules, but we all have to follow them.
Oh, really? We all do?
Every one of us.
Interesting. You know, your flowers are just so pretty. Such a unique color. Very unique.
But I could have sworn that the HOA prohibited tropical plants in front yard gardens.
Yeah, well, I got permission.
From yourself?
Well, I know for a fact that even with permission, you can still only have plants on the approved list.
And birds of paradise aren't on that list.
That can't be!
I also just noticed that your door frame has some chipped paint.
And it looks like somebody forgot to use primer.
That's like 2 violations in one.
You gotta be up to like $3,000 in fines now? Maybe we should ask the other board members.
And while we're at it, I really think we should mention the garden gnome.
What are you talking about? There is no rule against gnomes.
But there is a rule that says all lawn ornaments must be well maintained. And that little guy seems to be damaged. It's an antique. It was left to me by my grandfather. Well, you did say that keeping the aesthetic of the neighborhood is imperative.
Fine, what do you want?
Well, for starters, I don't think I'm gonna pay the $1,700.
Fine.
And let me keep my trampoline.
Okay, you can have your stupid trampoline.
Oh, and also, we want you to resign.
What?
Yup. You don't understand. This position means everything to me.
We can tell.
It's pretty pathetic, honestly.
It's all I have.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll get a new hobby. Yeah, like maybe instead of torturing your neighbors, you could take up knitting.